Uh-huh.
This is H.D. Campbell standing in front of the History Museum. And this is the Author's Corner with H.D. Campbell, live from St. Louis.
Welcome to the Author's Corner with H.D. Campbell. Each show will be filled with news, interviews, technology, and reviews all about you, the writer. And now here's our host, H.D. Campbell.
Hi, welcome to the Author's Corner with H.D. Campbell. As always, I'm your host, H.D. Campbell. I wanted to start the season off on location from my new city of St. Louis. Right now I'm at the Science Center where I'm learning a lot of good things. You'll see a lot with different cultures and different things. Just as I'm going to bring you a lot new guests and a lot new hosts. As soon as I come back from my first break, I want you guys to know who our new writers are going to be for the interview on this show.
When the Author's Corner returns, we will start with our spotlight author, Yorli Huff. Then later, we'll talk to AAMBC author Fabiola Joseph. Later, we'll talk to Renaissance author Jeane E. Bennett. Finally, an Author's Corner Technology Networking Spotlight on IndustryBuzz.com. This and more coming up after this. Today, through January 5th, 2012, buy all 4 of my titles for $5 only. Have a romance, solve some murders, or stop an international plot, all for the small price of $5. Hey, I'm also on Kindle for $2.99 each. Check it out on my website store, www.hdcampbell3.net. First, Michelle Nichols offered you a piece of herself in a piece of me. Then she teased you with a little sexual seduction. And now she's taking you on a road of emotions. Road of Emotions, coming soon to your favorite bookstore or Z's website. Welcome back to the Author's Corner. I want to start by thanking all the authors who requested interviews and all the viewers who love the show. I want to start by saying if you do love the show, tell a friend, make a comment on my website, make your voice known. The website is updated with the latest shows, interviews, and articles. My store is on there too with a new sale. More on that later. I'm hoping you also like some of the places I'm going to take you throughout the season. I'll be on location from to various places in St. Louis, which I'm going to just represent my new hometown. And you'll see a lot of them on the episode today. My first guest, though, I'm going to bring you is Miss Yorli Huff, a woman who makes overachievers look like they're slacking. I put her in the same ranks with other authors I've interviewed like Keisha Green and LaShonda Hoffman. That's why I made her my spotlight author for this show. Now let's get to know Miss Yorli Huff.
Well, one of the stories in The Veil of Victory talks about my career as an undercover drug agent, and based on that experience, I felt like I needed to share with the world because I know that people get discriminated against every day, and certainly it wasn't going to end, and people need to know that they can be victorious. So that and my desire to pitch for a movie deal for my Never Been Told True Story, I wrote The Veil of Victory. And it is a true testament, it's real, of my life to serve as an example or a testimony for others to let them know that no matter what life brings you, you can be victorious.
Very good, very good. So you just mentioned a movie deal. Are you close to one, or is there one in the
We're
works?
still shopping it around, so it's just circulating now. A lot of people are interested, but we haven't had any takers yet.
Well, I'll just tell you, as someone who's about to buy your book in a minute, and an actual viewer, I would actually look forward to watching a movie like that. So, I love it. I love people who rise from adversity and do good things. So, you got one fan here. I'll just put it like that.
Well, thank you.
That is not a problem, Miss Huff. So, at what point did you go from book to shopping to a movie deal to paying it forward in the community?
Well, I think it all ties in together on getting the message out. Engendering Strength is my corporation that I created, and the mission of that company is to enlighten, empower, and encourage. And I use my life to share as a testimony and as an example of what you can do if you are determined to do it. So it serves, I want to get the message out through various media, via the movie, via the book, via the comic book and the cartoon and all the other ventures that I'm entering into to get that message. I want to put it on a level where people can get it. And everybody's not on the same level, so I have to use various media to reach them at the level that they are.
I think that's a great idea. I love that. So, I mean, actually, and like I say, as a comic book guy, which we'll get into that later, but I just want to say that is a great way to get it at every level. So I think that's wonderful.
Thank you.
That is not a problem. All right. You do a lot, and you've done a lot, from entrepreneur to drug agent to author, fraud investigator, but most importantly, you're a great mom. How do you keep it all together? Because see, I have. It amazes me how a lot of my authors wear a lot of hats, and it's just amazing to me. But how do you keep it all together?
Well, I try to stay as organized as I can and try to make to-do lists. Try to make sure that I do as much as I can with the time that I have. I have no negative space, no negative energy in my vicinity. So I stay positive and motivated to keep myself going.
Okay. Well, in saying that, do you have any tours or appearances for your for your book anytime soon, or anything community live
Well,
within the next year?
well, I've just come off a South African book tour in October, and so I'm reaching out and preparing to try to get sponsorship to go back again in 2012. And so I just have some local engagements and local appearances in Chicago area that are scheduled.
Okay. If you have any anytime soon, like within the next few weeks, let me know and I'll put that on my website.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
That is not a problem. Now I'm going to switch gears to your comic book series. Can you share what the series is and give us a breakdown of it?
Well, it's called Superhero Huff, and she is me. Her name is Special Agent Phaedra, and she's an undercover drug agent, as I was. And she moved back to the hood. I grew up in K-Town on the west side of Chicago. And so she moved back to the family building, and she has special powers that some she's aware of and some she's not so aware of. So throughout her journey, she is experiencing and getting to know herself and will come to the understanding that the powers that she possesses are not for herself but for others, and to be selfless with those powers and use them to inspire and encourage others. She is a no-nonsense Christy Love type who is very tech savvy and loves kids and loves her neighborhood and her background and her culture, and is not afraid or ashamed to show it.
Okay, very good, very good. Well, first, before I go on to my next question, I do want to say this. And there's very little in the comic book world that inspires, and especially comic books about us. So I want to go on to say that again, just like your book. I mean, you're doing great things, and whatever I can do to help you promote that, I'm all over it. Okay, it is not a problem.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
So has it been released, or is it, or if not, when is it going to be released?
The first book of a series of four was released at Wizard World this past August, and before I went to South Africa. And we are working currently on a second book, hopefully to be released early 2012, and then we will follow up with the two subsequent issues to make it a four-book series.
All right. And do you have an artist, or do you do the artwork yourself?
No, I have a wonderfully talented artist called Spicy. His name is Spicy from the west side of Chicago.
Could you spell that? I'm sorry.
Spicy.
Spicy. Okay. That's why I was wondering. I'm going to super his name when I edit the interview. So cool. All right, I just wanted to be sure I got the spelling right. So he does your artwork for you?
Yes.
All right. I'll put him on the spot too. well, speaking of putting people on the spot, I'm going to put you on the spot. You are super, super busy. But I want to know what Yorli Huff like to do for Yorli Huff when she gets free time.
Oh, I like to exercise. I roller skate. I step. I like to travel. I like to treat myself to the spa massages and pedicures. And sometimes I just like to stay at home and watch movies.
Hey, that is not a problem. Not a problem at all. Now, on the subject of your comic book heroes, people need heroes out there. But I want to know, who do you look up to? Who are your heroes?
My hero was my granddad and my grandma, my grandmother, my cousin Dubra, died. Those are my heroes.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
I didn't hear you.
Oh, okay. No. Okay. Well, and I said it to say this. You have become you're actually as I look at your pictures, you're actually yourself becoming a hero to a lot of people in your community. And I'm the type of person, if you're gonna be a hero to someone, be a good hero. That's why for my show I always make people spotlight authors. I'm making you the spotlight author for this show.
Oh, okay.
And that means you will be credited as a spotlight author because you do so much for the community.
Thank you.
No, that is not a problem. Thank you. Now I need you to tell me. I do this to all my authors. Do you have any messages for those who, I guess, who are trying to get to where you are right now?
Sure, I do. I just have a word of encouragement to say that stay focused, and that let nothing deter you or stop you. Be so determined in your purpose that death will not keep you from it.
I love that. So, do you have any other future projects coming up besides the comic book series, or are there any other books coming out anytime soon?
Oh, yeah. I finished my second book. It's called Testimony Time. We're in the process of putting the book jacket together and getting it ready for printing. I'm currently working on my third book. It's called The Making of a Prince, which is the autobiography of my son. And then I have a couple more books to write, and we're in the working stages getting book 2 of the comic book together. And I'm working on action figures for Phaedra and merchandising for her, action figures, T-shirts, toys, all kinds of things for Special Agent Phaedra.
Well, very good. Well, I want to thank you for the interview. This is wonderful. I want to ask you one more question. Where can people find out about you in your books and anything else about you?
They can find out all the information needed on www.theveil, THIL-victory.com. TheVeilofVictory.com.
Okay.
And here where they're talking about the first astronauts going up into space. And while we do that, why don't we check out a few commercials?
From best-selling author Keisha Green, buy her first book, And Even If I Did, for $2.99 on Amazon Kindle. It's the story of three Jersey girls with different backgrounds, trying to survive in the real world while learning that life isn't terrible when you have friends. But as fast as things are good, they turn bad, which makes the girls come to the real definition of friends forever. Follow Simone, Taylor, and Jordan in this wonderful book, And Even If I Did, for $2.99 on Amazon Kindle. And don't forget to join Keisha Green every Thursday on Blog Talk Radio for her Writer's Life Chat, every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Need a manuscript edited? Or maybe you need a press kit. HD Campbell Productions can give your project detailed attention and will not be satisfied until you are. We also do press releases, resumes, and more. For prices and services, log on to my online store at www.hdcampbell3.net. And as always, let your writing fuel your spirit. Welcome back to the Author's Corner with H.D. Campbell. My next author comes from Delphine Publications and African Americans on the Move Book Club founder Tamika Newhouse. The author's name is Fabiola Joseph, and her new book, The Art of Deceit, gets hot with every word. I know because I've been reading it. Find out more now. Here's the interview. How old were you when you first started writing?
I started writing in middle school, I'd say 7th grade. So around 11 and 12. That's when I actually wrote my first book.
Was it this book here?
No, it was a book that was actually later stolen from me. It was called Among Us. I used my friends as all the characters in the book, but I rewrote that book in the 9th grade and then in the 11th grade. And that's when it was stolen from me, actually.
I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. I've actually had a book lost to me, which I truly hate, and I hope no one steals it. So trust me, I do understand.
Yeah, not fun.
No, not fun at all. So what inspired you to start writing?
I read 3 books that inspired me to start writing. One was Horseman from Stone Going, Terry McMillan's Disappearing Acts, and Flying Girl by Omar Tyree. And I couldn't believe how those books were able to pull me in to that world, and it was like nothing else existed. So, that made me want to do that.
Okay, very good, very good. So now I want to get to your book, The Art of Deceit. I read the synopsis, love the synopsis. I'm actually going to buy the ebook as soon as I get done with this interview. Tell me, huh? I'm sorry.
No, I said okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
it's no problem. But I want you to give my viewers, my listeners, a synopsis of the book.
Well, the book is about, I'd say, 3 main characters. I mean, although the book is written from Tangi's point of view, but there's such a different realm of characters. But it starts out with Tangi, who is a video girl, and she meets a rapper, of course, and her dream is to meet a rapper, marry a rapper, and live a comfortable lifestyle. But I don't think she quite realized everything that came with being with these famous men. And Tavon meets her, who is the rapper, and he has a girlfriend, but she's a plus size girl, and the industry deems her, she's not good enough to be on his arm. So he figures, I'll use PNG until, it's like a photo girl, an arm candy. And I think he highly, underestimates her. And, it's just a book about what these 2 people have to go through in the music industry and, finding love amongst all of that, which was unexpected for both characters.
Okay. All right. Now, I want to know what was your inspiration for the book?
I was watching music videos, and they always have the same pretty girls, shaking their backsides, and I said, I just wanted to know what happened when they went home. Who were these women? And, that's basically how the character was born. I just wanted to create a world that I knew nothing about, which was the music industry, and I wanted to know more, so therefore I created the book.
Well, I want to interject something before I go on to the next question. One thing that my viewers tend to like, and one thing I like, is the fact that every author has a story. And I feel no matter how entertaining the book is, it delivers some type of message. I want to say that's just a good message that you're conveying, pretty much. So, I mean, good for you for doing that.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Oh, it's no problem. Because, like I say, I mean, I remember back in the day, it's like people dance in rap videos. It really didn't matter. You can dance, you can go for it. Now they just want a particular kind. So.
Right. And that's the thing, like, it's not, back in the day, if you said you were a dancer in a rap music video, you were actually dancing. Nowadays, you show up with some short shorts and you look good, and that's all that matters.
You're hired, exactly.
Right.
I mean, I'm sorry. It's turned into, it just turned the corner. I mean, it really has.
No, that's okay, because it's true. And I think, well, my character is that person. My character is the one who shows up in the short shorts and, with one thing on her mind, and that's to land the rapper. And, so it is from that point of view. So, although it's made up, I feel like a lot of people tell me it's like, they ask me, have I been in the music industry? Have I lived this personally? And I tell them, no, it's just off of my imagination. But I wrote what I thought would happen from that point of view.
Actually, I think it's a good depiction. Like I say, I'll be getting that book. I'll definitely let you know when I get done reading it.
Oh, please let me know. I would love to know what you think.
Oh, that is not a problem. All right. My next question is, well, you work with Tamika Newhouse, who's worked with a lot of many authors successfully. When and how did you start working with her?
Actually, I just saw her advertising on Facebook, and I sent an email, and it started from there. I just noticed her on Facebook.
Okay, cool. Well, how does it work with Tamika?
It's been great so far.
Cool.
My book tour just started, actually, but so far it's been great.
All right, great. Well, another thing. Speaking of all of this, you have a very, very cool cover. Where did you get the idea? You have to tell us where the cover came from.
I just wanted something different. Like, I know I wanted it to be sexy, okay, and I knew I wanted a female on the cover, but I just didn't want the, the breast and the behind to splatter on the cover. And so gold is my favorite color, so I said, hey, cover someone in gold paint, and let's take the picture. And the little snake tattoo, I make a lot of references to snakes because I do feel like this book has a lot of snake in the grass type of feel. So the snake tattoo came from that idea. Just, it seemed like it was like a dance of snakes, the whole book. Once you read it, you'll figure it out. It seems like everybody felt for something. So that was just, I put all those concepts together and just knew I didn't want the typical cover. I wanted something a little different.
Okay, that's pretty good. Pretty cool. All right, I've asked you a variance of this question for my second question, but I want to know exactly who are some of your influences and your favorite authors.
Well, Donald Goines is definitely one of my biggest influences. Like I said, Terry McMillan, I've always loved her work, and Omar Tyree. I don't think, but without those three authors, I don't think that I would have, become the writer that I am today. Those are definitely my top three.
All right. Well, this is for everybody who admire you, not as an author, but as a person. When you're not writing, what do you like to do?
I'm a big music buff. I listen to music from all over the world, from samba to reggae to anything. So I definitely listen to a lot of music. And to tell you the truth, even if I'm not writing, I'm thinking about writing. I'm thinking about a new story. I love movies, and I love to travel.
Number one, who you think you're talking to? We're always thinking about stories. I don't even know why I asked what you like to do, but I'm always, you know,
Like even when I'm sleeping, sometimes I dream about something and I have to wake up and write it. So
absolutely,
I'm always thinking about writing.
Absolutely, I'm not. I must admit. Oh my God! So yeah, we're all kindred spirits here.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, Fabiola, you've gotten your book published, and you're pretty much so you may be you're pretty much so there. So here's my problem. Well, I mean, here's my question. Do you have any words of wisdom from those who's trying to get to where you are?
Well, I'm still working, towards something bigger. But I just always tell people never, ever stop. If this is really what you want to do, and even with anything else in life, never stop. It doesn't matter if it has something to do with the, writing industry or something personal. Because after my book got stolen, I didn't write for years. Okay, and I don't know. It's not like I tried to write, nothing would come. I was just so upset, I couldn't believe it. So I'm kind of upset with myself because I figured if I didn't stop, maybe I'd be a lot further. But look, everything happens for a reason. Just never stop. Never let people or your circumstances or anything. It doesn't matter if it's writing, playing basketball. Just never stop and continue to work towards whatever it is, you're dreaming about. Because I dreamt about this way before it happened. So just keep doing what you want to do.
Well, I want to go a little further and say something you told me earlier made me really admire you. And what that is the fact that someone stole your book that you've written. That would have been enough to make people just, well, you know what? I give up. I just totally give up. You, on the other hand, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I cut you off.
No, I just said yes. It's true. But, I can't even take full credit because I did stop. I did stop for a long time. The Art of Deceit is the first book I wrote after I took a break. And it doesn't help me. It doesn't help you work towards whatever you're trying to get to. That's why I always say don't stop because I make and writing is what makes me happy. So it's like letting someone else take your joy. Just don't let it happen.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you didn't stop because I like the cover. I like the book. When I got first approached about your book, I was pretty excited when she told me who you were, and I saw the book cover. It's like, yeah, I got to talk to you. So no, that was great. You never gave up. Cause I wouldn't got a chance to talk to you. You wouldn't been on my show.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, look, I don't do anything to jump into the melting pot with anybody. And I guess that's why I really do have problems sometimes with some of these covers. I wanted a cover that would make somebody stop. I wanted a title that not only sounded good, but made me good because that means I did a good job.
And I'm getting your book after this interview. Now I'll definitely give you feedback on it.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, it is no problem. Also, I'll mention it on my show when I'm done reading. Because I know I'm going to like it. Because I like the title. I like the subject matter.
Well, I hope so because it's very sexy, and I call it urban erotic thriller. So I think it has all of those elements. So definitely let me know. I want to hear.
Okay, that is no problem. And now for my final question: do you have any new projects coming soon or any events coming up?
Yes, I do have a book coming out late January. I wrote this book with Matthew Ramsey. He's also a newcomer. So the subject line is about the porn industry. So I'm not going to give the title yet because we all know how that goes.
I understand.
But definitely look out for it. I will be announcing it on Facebook and Twitter and everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely look out for it. It's just as hot as this one.
Have you checked out the Author's Corner lately? It's the best show you're not watching. It's filled with news, interviews, reviews, and other surprises. Check me out twice a month with the latest in the literary world. Check me out on my website, www.atcampbell3.net, or my YouTube channel at hdcampbell1230. And as always, let your writing fuel your spirit. First, Michelle Nichols offered you a piece of herself in a piece of me. Then she teased you with a little sexual seduction. And now she's taking you on a road of emotions. Road of Emotions, coming soon to your favorite bookstore or Z's website. Here is what they wore back in the World Fair, and I'll bring you these and more on this and another episode of The Author's Corner with H.D. Campbell. This is what the beautiful ladies was wearing. This is what I would buy my lady if I was in that time period. If you walk with me, you see a lot of beautiful tapestries and everything in this room. This is just stuff bought, and woven, and it's just a lot of beautiful things here. All right. For starters, your career started in the mortgage industry. It ended up publishing 2 self-help books and now your first novel. What started your writing career?
Oh, good Lord. I started writing actually in junior high school. Yeah, junior high school. When I had won an award, well, I had done an essay. So I had been, doodling as a teenager, writing off and on, and diaries, doing essays, and just penning stuff that came to my mind. And basically, that's pretty much, where it all started at.
Okay. Well, I'm about to put you on the spot a little more. I'm going to switch gears for just a second. Well, in addition to writing, you wear a few more hats. You're a credit counselor, you're a business consultant, you're a talk show host, you do blogging. Now, I've interviewed a whole lot of superwomen, and you are no different. How do you keep it all together?
Oh, good Lord. I don't know how people term that keep it all together thing. I don't know. I just do what I do. And I can say this, that I calendar myself very well, because outside of those things that you mentioned, I also volunteer in taking courses and added several other features to that are not on that website. But I calendar myself pretty well. We all are given the same amount of days and hours and minutes each and every day. So it's how you manage your time.
Okay. Well, now we'll get back on track. Can you give me a brief synopsis of your self-help titles?
My self-help topic?
Titles, I'm sorry.
Self-help titles.
Sorry, yeah.
Actually, listen up. I'm gonna start with the credit counseling. It's you see my dog's here.
Oh, that's fine. The dog can be in the interview too.
The credit counseling is to help those that are credit checked. Meaning, I'm not going to clean your credit up for you. I'm going to teach you how to clean it up yourself. And this way, you have a better understanding of how the credit system works, and hopefully, the person does not get back into that situation again. And if they do, they can take it on themselves, and they know the steps to take. The home-based business is to set up your home office and your home, your home-based business from beginning to end. People get into a business and they're so excited, they're so gung-ho, they just dive in, excuse me, and they forget about the office part of the business and how to set that up, how record keeping goes, and the tax end of the business. So I, pretty much teach them how to do that, or coach them along the way.
So you pretty much are to teach a man to fish so he can fish on his own instead of giving the man the fish. I like that.
Yes.
Heck, I'd much rather someone teach me how to fish. That way, if I'm out by myself, I can feed myself. I won't starve. I know that much.
Exactly. It's called self-sufficient. Yes.
Now, I haven't read any of your self-help titles yet, but I already can identify. I mean, well, I know that you can already identify the number one reason of success is due to procrastination. So, what I need to know is, what do you do to combat procrastination?
Ooh. I really have to. I hate to say this on camera, but kick myself in the butt.
Now, remember, this is going on the show where it can be seen over and over and over again. Just think about that.
I can't say that I avoid it because I don't. I do procrastinate at times, but not a lot of times. But how I do that is I really have to take stock in me and kick myself and say, stop. Like, I'll use it for instance. I put a time that's coming up, and that basically, I have stated that I'm going to do an all-nighter in the coming week to get that, that novel finished. So I really have to step on myself not to procrastinate.
I think you and I both actually are on the same wavelength with that. Well, why do you believe that? Why do you believe that we do procrastinate?
Well, I think in my opinion, this is just mine. I'm a disclaimer that some people may be afraid of the change. Some people may be afraid of the success of doing well. Or I hate to say this, people, so forgive me on this, but some people are just downright lazy.
I don't blame you. Look, trust me, I truly understand. I'm taking moments out to show my viewers your website and the features of it, to where whenever they want to.
I think you're reading the business website, but yes, there's.
You do have another one?
Uh-huh.
Okay, well we'll get with that here in just a second then. All right.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Now we done already talked about your business side, and I want to now I'm going to get a little personal with you. I want to talk about your sensual side. You didn't think I was going to get to that. Give me a synopsis of that erotica book you wrote. So you think I'm gonna get to that sexy side? Got you smiling all over the place now. Look at you, turning red over there.
All right.
So give me a synopsis of your book. Oh, and one other thing, give my audience your pen name. I love your pen name, but you got to give it to them.
Okay, my pen name is my first name and my middle name together, so it's nothing hidden. It's Jeane E.
Okay, I love that name.
So I'm not hiding anything of who I am. It's me.
That is not a problem. Now give me a synopsis of your book.
Okay, the synopsis of the book is there's a young lady that is looking for love, who is ready to have a relationship in her life, and she's quite picky. There are 3 men vying for her attention, her affections, and it's basically when the bottle spins, which one will she choose?
See, you didn't build a love triangle. You built yourself a little love square rectangle type of thing there. But thanks to you, I'm so curious. I'm gonna have to get the book. First, before I go any further, is your book on Kindle and Nook or just Kindle?
It's Kobo. It's on Smashwords.
All right. Well,
yes.
I'll tell you what.
And Borders.
Okay, and Bill.
Books a Million.
Okay, well, I will be getting it. But now you have to give me the inspiration behind your novel.
Oh. Yeah, but it's not that she does display some of my character traits. type of thing. But the inspiration behind it was I had a few short stories that I had written, and I just had them sitting and wasn't doing anything with them, didn't know what I was going to do with them. So one day I was looking at the short stories, looking them over. Should I toss them in the trash? Should I keep them? I decided and didn't know which way I was going with the book when I started. It just rolled off. And hence the book, Intimate Moments.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. Well, hold on one second here. All right. Well, do you have any more books in the works, like any sequels or any more in the series?
Right behind Infinite Moments, like I said, the second one that I'm working on that I will diligently this weekend doing an all-nighter on, it is coming right behind Intimate Moments, and it's sort of a sequel to that. It's in a series. It's in the series of that one. It's called The J Spot.
Oh.
Not the G, J. It's the J Spot.
You're going to have me going broke buying all your books. Then I'm going to have to buy your self-help books to get myself out of debt. See, you're playing a game with me right now. You're trying to get me to buy all your books, then I have to buy your self-help books to get myself out of debt. See, you're not right.
Very good.
You are not right. You're running a scam here. I'm going to love these books too, aren't I, bet?
Yes, you are. I appreciate that. But yeah.
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
It should be out by the end of December. And then right behind that one, I should have, I'm toying with the title of the third one, so I just don't want to do the title of that one out because I'm still toying with that one.
Okay.
At the moment.
Okay. Well, my next thing is, do you have any appearances or any signings or anything special going on soon?
As far as signings, I didn't want to do any signings until, excuse me, I didn't want to do any signings until I at least had 2, maybe 3 books up under me. Mm-hmm. So I didn't want to go out there just yet.
Oh, I got you. Oh, I see. All right, that's fine. No, I was wondering, how can your fans, such as myself, get a hold of you on your website? Which websites we can go to?
The best way, the website is Jeane E Bennett.com. Excuse me.
Oh, you're fine.
On that website, or they can reach me on Facebook or Twitter.
All right. What's your name on Twitter?
It's just my name, Jeane E Bennett.
Okay, that is just fine. Now, a couple more questions, and we'll be done. First, I wanted to ask you, what I asked of all my authors, what would you say for someone who's trying to get where you are now in the literary world?
Trying to get to where I am now. Oh wow! I'm trying to say, where am I?
Or at least, or let's just say this: I'm starting out. I don't know how to start. What can you say to me if I want to get started in the literary world?
Well, I'll say this: everyone has a story to tell. Whether it's fiction, nonfiction, everybody has a story within them. Get a tablet, a notebook. Just write from your. Don't worry about what it sounds like. Even if you're writing on a bunch of Post-it notes or a bunch of pads, put them all together out there. Mm-hmm. And the story will come together. Mm-hmm. In the beginning, it may sound, or sound and look like it doesn't make any sense in the gibberish, and sometimes I feel that way.
Right. I do that all the time. When I'm writing, it feels like it don't come together either, so don't feel bad.
It does. But after a while, it does, and you are your worst critic to say, this isn't good enough, or this doesn't sound correctly. But in essence, it does, and that's what happened with my first book. I almost didn't let it be published because I was afraid. I was like, okay, this book sucks.
You know what? I've done that plenty, especially with my first book, and come to find out, people love my first book. So please do not feel bad. That's why it's taking me so long to finish this novel that's coming out here soon. I'm trying to make sure everything is right, so people will love it. So
Exactly. We're our own, worst critics with that, and turn around and people just love it. I'm like, oh, great, okay.
right, exactly. Did we give?
But to them, they enjoyed it. So that was great. So I just say, write from your heart. Just let it flow. And you're going to have those ne'er-do-wells that, try to knock you down. Stay up. Just get back up, dust yourself off, and keep on moving. That's about it.
That's pretty much
Just
so.
do it from the heart.
Yeah, you are going to have one or two haters in the bunch, so I wouldn't worry about that.
True.
But if they all had your attitude, they wouldn't have a chance.
No, I don't think my attitude is any different than some of the people, but yeah, just dust yourself off and keep on going.
Well, you're a pleasant person to talk to, for one thing, and also
Okay.
you're welcome. Well, and also too, everyone knows with the Author's Corner, I don't do Q&A. I do real conversation. So there are no time limits on questions. This is not question answer. This is Jeane E. Bennett telling me about Jeane E. Bennett and smiling at me a little bit. See, this is a cheap way to get you to smile at me. See, because I'll just tell my audience, yeah, she's just smiling for me.
Okay, great. Oh, goodness.
But again, they can contact you on Facebook and Twitter and your website.
Sure can.
And finally, I just want to say thank you. This was a wonderful interview, and thank you this being my first Skype interview. It is wonderful. Again, I'm going to. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was saying thank you, for the opportunity to be interviewed by you.
Oh no, this is just fine. And again, once again, this is the website, JaneeEBennett.com. And you can also catch her on Twitter as well as Facebook. And again, you have a good day. Now that was an amazing interview. Stick around. There's more Author's Corner coming your way. Next, I'm going to talk to Lutonya M about a social network I partnered with, IndustryBuzz.com. From best-selling author Keisha Green, buy her first book, And Even If I Did, for $2.99 on Amazon Kindle. It's the story of three Jersey girls with different backgrounds, trying to survive in the real world while learning that life isn't terrible when you have friends. But as fast as things are good, they turn bad, which makes the girls come to the real definition of friends forever. Follow Simone, Taylor, and Jordan in this wonderful book, And Even If I Did, for $2.99 on Amazon Kindle. And don't forget to join Keisha Green every Thursday on Blog Talk Radio for her Writer's Life Chat, every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. First, Michelle Nichols offered you a piece of herself in a piece of me. Then she teased you with a little sexual seduction. And now she's taking you on a road of emotions. Road of Emotions, coming soon to your favorite bookstore or Z's website. It's all about the writer's technology in your technology corner. Welcome back to the Author's Corner. For our special technology corner, I have an interview with Ms. Lutonya M, founder and CEO with Industry Buzz with 3Z's.com, an inspirational media website that promotes positive things. Here's the interview. First, I want to thank you again for doing the interview. I'm very happy. I've been telling a lot of people about IndustryBuzz.com, so you may end up with a floodgate of new users here soon. That's my fault. So, yeah.
Thank you. We welcome everybody to join us, definitely.
That's great. That's great. Well, my first question to you is, what was the big idea behind IndustryBuzz.com?
Well, Industry Buzz with 3Z's.com, the idea is to bring integrity back to media, highlighting the positive things that's going on in our community and provoke change and give people an opportunity to share what's going on right there in their community. They may not have the big networks to come out there to cover the news that's going on in their area, but they do have Industry Buzz with 3Z's.com there to support them in sharing it online. So that's what it's all about. And through our radio show, our television show, our magazine, and the media network, we have been able to accomplish that by helping people stabilize their voice and connect to their target audience and definitely share what's going on in their community that's positive.
Okay. I like that. I like that. So my next question is, well, I guess you already sort of answered my next question. Well, what is Industry Buzz's mission?
Our mission is to bring people together. So many times we have seen, media lashing out on people and people lashing back on media. But our focus is to bring people together and bring unity back to our communities, to the businesses, to the performing arts, to music, to whatever you're doing. We wanted to help people, to stabilize their voice and bring integrity back to it. And also be able to inject positive things going on, in the media world, inject those positive things, because I got tired of seeing so many negative things that's going on. I was like, where's the positive stuff that's going on? And so when I began to, just focus on what Industry Buzz is all about and what I'm all about, I love seeing positive things that's happening in the community. And through our events and things that we share and things that we do, we do positive events. So that's what it was all about, is just getting those other people like mine together and us joining them, as a media outlet, joining them and supporting them, to share what they're doing.
Very good, very good. Well, I also want to know too is you've reached out to me and I see on your site you have a lot of entertainers, known entertainers. You have a lot of artists and everything. What is my advantage or anyone's advantage to being a part of Industry Buzz?
Oh man, there's so many great advantages. And I want to say thank you to you, for reaching back out to us and joining us on the media network. Because what we are doing is changing the face of media. And how we can change the face of media is by joining other media outlets that's doing positive things. Like you have your Office Corner, and you're doing so many great things as well. So we want to be able to share what you're doing as well. Online, we reach about 2 million people online. So when people join us on Industry Buzz, that's with 3Z's.com. When people join us on the site, the benefits of joining us is they're also able to post up if they have a radio show, a television show, a magazine. Even though we have it, we want to support you as well. So we encourage people to post up what they have going on. If they are an author, if they are performing arts and they're looking for casting calls, we have television shows that are on there that are casting, or other playwrights that's on there casting, and they're looking for models or looking for actors and actresses. We have music executives that are on there, other radio personalities that's on there looking for good music to play on their radio station. So when you join us, you're able to post those things. And not only do it benefit you, it's not a typical social network. It's a media network. So with it being a media network, we have that opportunity, once you join us, to expand your voice by having you on our magazine, having you on our radio shows. I'm a radio personality for 2 different radio stations. So how we do it is, when you're joining us and bringing integrity back to media by setting up a profile on Industry Buzz with 3Z's.com, we turn around and support you the best way that we can is by pushing you out there further, sharing your music to our audience that's following us on the radio show, or if we're coming to your event during our television show. And even with our magazine, if you have a story and you have a book or you have something that's going on in your neighborhood that you want to share with us, you can send in your submission to our magazine. And so those are the ways and the benefits that we have, when people join us on Industry Buzz. We're able to help them connect
expand and stabilize their voice in the media industry.
See, I love that. I love that. First, I want to say, you thanking me. I really should thank you, because if it really wasn't for you reaching out to me on Twitter, I would have never even known about IndustryBuzz.com and how wonderful it is. I can't stay off your site. I'm sorry. I'm like a site stalker. If I if I like the site, I'm on there all the time. So you just earned yourself your first site stalker.
Hey, we need more people like you, that support inspirational media, because there's so many great people that's out here, and we was honored to be able to connect to you on Twitter. It's so many great people that's out here that don't know that there is an actual media network, that doesn't talk about gossip and things like that. We talk about positive things that's going on in the community. So we were so honored that you was able to join us, and we know that you have some books that's coming out, and so we're looking forward to support you any way we can.
Well, before I go on with my questions, I just really wanted to interject this. Point here. First, I really like what you're doing with Industry Buzz, because of the fact that being a student of media, so I went to school for media, and there's a lot, and you actually recognize that there are problems. You know, media has turned from information to gossip, from gossip to
right.
mm-hmm, and to me, gossip isn't news. Gossip isn't what's going on in your community. If you want to start a rumor, how about starting a rumor about someone's project that's about to come out? How about starting a rumor about this event that's coming out for some new upcoming artist? Start those rumors.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I think too, like what you said, that the other thing that has become a part of news is the reality shows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying nothing against the reality shows, but what I'm saying is that's not news, and it takes us off of the issues that's at hand, the positive things that's going on. Instead of you seeing women fighting on TV and people competing against each other, we should be seeing more positive injections, on TV. We're seeing it in the news, and so that's what we're all about. We're looking for those positive injections, and it has been really hard trying to find people that are doing positive things in the community. And so, being able to come on your show and other shows that we've been able to uncover these positive people, that we can put them on our television show, go to their shop and let people know, wait, it's somebody that, every sale that they get in, they're donating it to a foundation in their community to help stabilize that foundation. We did a black and white ball on this year, and the black and white ball is going to be televised on TV. So we're really blessed to be able to do that. But with the black and white ball, we was able to connect to a Promising Future Safe Haven Foundation, that helps women that have been abused and domestic violence. So that's media. You know what I'm saying? Like, really bringing attention to these foundations that are doing great things in their community. People that are making these sacrifices, starting it off from scratch and don't have no money to start it up, but they persevere, to get their vision out there and to help other people in the community. So to me, that's news. You know what I'm saying? That is news. And I didn't come from a media background. I come from business administration and business marketing. Those are my degrees. So I have a different perception of what media is, because I am a carnivore of media. Like, it's meat to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, being able to you digest media. You listen to what's going on in the community. You listen to the weather. You listen to this. You listen to that. You know what I'm saying? And it's injected in media. So it's something that we eat, we digest every day. And so if you eating something and digesting it every day, if it's toxic to you, guess what? You're gonna have toxic responses to other things that's in your life. If you don't know how to properly separate things. So what our job is to do, as me being a consumer as well, is to look at that and say, what do I want to inject in my life? What do I want to be happen in my life. I want positive things to continue to happen in my life. And not just with me, but with my children, my children's children. You know what I'm saying? The generations to come, we want to be able to show them that there is another way of doing things, and you don't have to, condition yourself to wearing short skirts or wearing your pants sagging or, saying things that are totally a bad reflection of who you are as a person. You know what I'm saying? So we wanted to show them other positive images that's out here, opposed to what we're seeing today. I don't think that it's enough positive shows. I don't think it's enough positive news that's going on out here today. Even music. I don't think that there's enough positive things that's happening that I would even want my children's children to even listen to.
And I agree with you on all those fronts. In fact, I want to tell you that later, I would actually want some pictures from the black and white ball, so I can do an update on my show. Because a few shows ago, I did a couple of specials on authors who survived domestic violence, and I want to try to do an update show. And that black and white ball you're doing would be wonderful.
We have all the recovering footage and everything. It's on IndustryBuzz3Ds.com, so anybody else definitely go to Author's Corner so you guys can check it out, and it'll be some more recaps on our media network on Industry Buzz.
Okay. Well, very good, very good.
We do it every year. This is our second year, so next year we're going to be doing it on September the 7th. So we're actually looking for another foundation that we can connect to, because we also do a Buzz and Off Awards where we acknowledge people that are making an impact, in the community. So we had a guy named Dwayne Hirsch that helped businesses, get in the forefront. So he had a television show, and what he does is he brings businesses in and he allows them to have a platform where they can talk about their business to a whole bunch of other business owners. And then, so we honored him on that day. And then a lady named Kelly Fair, she has a Polished Pebbles organization where she helps young ladies sustain from having sex outside of marriage, and she also helps them learn what their worth is and their purpose is. And so we honored her on that day as well. And Promising Future Safe Haven, Angelique Gray was a young lady that we also was able to support that day for the Black and White Box. So we actually looking for more people to highlight for our next year's event.
Okay, well, whatever the Author's Corner can do, or whatever I can do, I'm here. So this is what this is all about. Say it again. I'm sorry.
I said we definitely appreciate that. We need more people like you. I can't say that enough.
Well, this is what this is all about. This show, what you're doing, this interview. One of my biggest philosophies is each one teach one. We're not in competition with each other. We're really working together for the common good.
Yes. I think once people realize that, I think this world will be a better place because, the things that we have to offer and the things that you have to offer, they may be similar, but they're not the same because there is only one Mr. Cameron, there's only one Lutonya, there's only one, this person, that person. You only have one DNA, but us working together where unity takes place, then things can be established. Like I always say, Rome wasn't built overnight, but it was built by one vision and people coming together and collectively bringing their ideas to the table to stabilize it. So the more people that we have out here, like you and other organizations that's out here that love promoting positive news, we need to all just come together. And that's what IndustryBuzz3Ds.com is all about. There's no competition in unity. There's no competition in peace. There shouldn't be no competition. It should be us coming together with one like mind, which is to, really stabilize media and bring attention to the positive things that's going on in our community. Now, we don't overlook the negative things. Don't get me wrong, because we know that that's out there. But our job is to promote the positive things, and definitely let people know that there is some positive people out here that really care about our children, care about our community, and, care about other people's well-being.
And it's something I tell my fellow authors, and this should actually be the same way for everyone. I tell my authors, my fellow authors, that there's enough room on the bestseller list for everyone. We're not in competition because we don't write all the same thing. What we should do is come together again and, let's do something positive.
Mhm. Yeah, that's what it's all about at the end of the day. You know, I mean, even when you die, you need some help to do that. Somebody got to bury you. Somebody
Absolutely.
got to, put your clothes on. You need help all the way down to that last second. So why not while we're living and actively breathing, and have the activities of our limbs, why not come together and help a neighbor?
Right,
You know,
absolutely.
that's what it's all about for us.
Now, for my next question, we had, that like I say, all that was great. But I'm a new subscriber. I've never signed up
Okay.
before. How can I sign? How do I sign up? Tell my viewers how they can sign up. Actually, is what I'm asking.
Wow, it's so easy. When you go to industrybuzz3cs.com, all you do is click a button that says sign up. When you click that button, you put in your information, and that's it. It's just that easy. Get a chance to go around the site and see what's all there to offer you. I tried my best every time someone joins the website to give them a message.
You did that for me,
You
actually.
can blog on the site. What you
hmm
say?
No, I was
Yeah.
just saying you did that for me. Actually, I really like that. So.
I try to, introduce myself. We are honored that you're there. So I want to introduce myself and give you like a little oasis around the media network where we have groups that are on there. So if you are a blogger, you're an avid blogger, and you have something to talk about, post it up. If you have something that's on fashion, we have a fashion group there, men and women. If you have something that's going on in the performing arts scene, or poetry, or music, we have those sections there in business. So we have comedy. We have something for everyone there on the site. So if you are a business owner and you have marketing tips, advertising tips, or tips period that you want to share, you can definitely blog on the site. So I give people the oasis to the website, and everything is right there on your page as well. So you'll be able to post up your picture, give people how to connect to you on Twitter. And even if you are on Twitter, we do send you out a message blasting you out on Twitter, welcoming you to the website. I know we did that with you, Mr. Campbell.
Yes,
As
ma'am.
soon as you join us on the website, we blast it out. Mr. Campbell is buzzing off on Industry Buzz, for people to check out your profile. So we do a lot of things like that. So when they join the site, all they have to do is just click that sign up button, and the rest is history. You are now a part of an inspirational media network, and you're joining us in bringing integrity back to media.
Thank you, and like I said, I really appreciate that personal note. And I just want to interject before I ask the next question. It is really that easy. I mean,
Yeah, it's just that easy.
yeah, you log on. I mean, you even get now. This is what I love. You log on, you even get some good music when you log on. Immediately after going on, there's some music playing. I love it.
Yeah, those are a lot of people that have been supporting us on Industry Buzz. And a lot of the music that's played are people that are on the site, so we give them that opportunity that the first, injection someone gets when they first listen to Industry Buzz or go to Industry Buzz is a voice of someone that has supported us, on Industry Buzz website. So we support the music that's being played on the website as well if we have any artists.
Now, good. Now, one other thing that I've also noticed, and this actually just speaks for you and your reputation, which is a good one. You have a lot of celebrities that also sign up to Industry Buzz as well, that I've noticed.
Yeah, yeah, we have a lot of supporters. I'm really, really, honored that they see something in what we're doing and want to support us. Tasha Smith, that is now on For Better and Worse, is a proud supporter of ours, and Rodney Perry from the Monique Show. We have Kim Cole that was on Living Single, and a lot of people from BET Sunday Best, and Terrell Carter, he was just on the X Factor, and Jennifer Dunson was just a part of the X Factor that have joined us. So there's a lot of celebrities that are on the website, that while we were not expecting it, for them to join us and say that this is something that we want to support. So we really feel honored, that a lot of people have seen the value of sharing inspirational news, so we're just honored. But, like I tell them, everybody is a celebrity to us. If you're doing something positive in the community, everyone is important. Everybody's voice is important. The only difference between, a celebrity in the forefront and celebrity in our community is they just have a different viewership. So what our idea of a celebrity is bringing those people that are in our community to the forefront, and the celebrities that's there already in the forefront, helping them stabilize their image and showing the positive things that they're doing, because the tabloids are right there behind them, trying to depict something, out there that they're not doing. You know what I'm saying? But everybody is just as important. So that's what, we really feel honored that they have seen the value of joining us, from radio personalities to TV personalities, magazine owners, or authors, whoever, whatever title you may have, everybody is just as important. So we appreciate them for joining us on this site.
Well, for now, I want to put the biggest celebrity you have on the spot for a second. The biggest celebrity is you. Now, I'm about to put you on the spot with a couple of personal questions. All right. You're of course, you're the founder CEO of Industry Buzz. My first question to you is, when you're not running around doing balls on the radio, doing Industry Buzz, what does Lutonya M like to do?
I spend a lot of time with my family. My family is definitely the DNA that runs, the DNA that keeps me driving, and definitely God is always in the forefront. So I wouldn't be able to do nothing that I'm doing without spending quality time with him and with my family. They definitely keep me moving and tell me, look, this computer is getting ready to get turned off, because I work from 6 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock at night.
Who are you talking to?
I just keep on working. It's like a 24-hour train going on over here. So
absolutely,
they definitely keep me grounded.
That's good. Well, without talking about your occupations, I want you to describe yourself in 3 words.
Committed, loyal, and ambitious.
All right. That's great. That's great. Well, see, you bring a lot of all right, first I want to just congratulate you. You bring a lot of energy to it. I know you started it and everything, but you really bring the energy. You make people want to come to Industry Buzz.
Thank you.
No, don't thank me. I mean, this is all you. This is your interview. I've got nothing to do with it. I'm just asking the question.
Well, we appreciate that. There's so much more work to do, so we just want to continue to do what God has called us to do. So, that energy, man, he definitely, gave me, because there's been plenty of times where I was like, man, God, are you sure? The purpose that you have for me, because I used to do acting, and I sing, and I do a lot of stuff. So we had some TV debuts and some commercials that I've done, since Industry Buzz. And, so I never thought that this would be something that he wanted me to do, that God wanted me to do. I always thought, I probably would end up going back into acting or sing and keep a stable, gig of doing business marketing or administrative work. But he told me this is what he wants me to do. So I've been dodging a lot of bullets.
See, now you messed up. You really messed up now. You messed up. You really messed up.
Right.
First, before I tell you what you messed up with, I want to tell you, for someone who doesn't have a media background, you certainly have a wonderful grasp of it, which is great. And you can spot the ins and outs of it. And I'm gonna tell you some marketing. Marketing is just another form of the media because you need to market what you have in order to get where you need to go.
Yes. That's true.
Now, now, to tell you where you messed up at, I'm gonna ask a favor. I guess since this new debut comes out, I put a lot of extras on my website. Do you have any? Shall I say, old commercials you like to share on the website?
Yeah, we have commercials that actually right there on Industry Buzz. We did a commercial for Dr. Hoshka. I don't know if you're familiar with Dr. Hoshka, but they have a a natural skincare line, and hair
Yes.
product line. And
Right.
we did a commercial with Tia Dancer. She's a celebrity makeup artist to President Barack Obama, Jennifer Hudson, and Lisa Ray, and Maxwell, and so many more. And so we were honored to be a part of that commercial with her. So that's actually all Industry Buzz. And we have some other things that's on there as well. So yeah, I'll make sure that you get it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put some of that on my website for some web extras right before the show debuts this Monday.
Okay, awesome. I'll make sure that we get that right over there to you then.
Okay. So, what do you have? Do you have anything new coming next year?
Oh yeah, definitely. Next year is going to be our 5th-year anniversary coming up next year. So we have a plethora of events that's going to be hosting on next year. We'll have events actually posted up on industrybuzzwiththese.com, from a fashion show to an anniversary party. And then the Black and White Ball, our annual Black and White Ball that we're going to be doing coming up next year as well. And that date is September the 7th. So we have a host of events that we do to bring people together, get them off the internet, because so many times we can get focused in on the internet and we forget to have that intimate connection with people when we're right there in front of them, networking and talking to them. So we're going to have events where we'll be able to bring quality people together, and they can, really network with one another. So that's going to be coming up on next year. So much more to come. And with the magazine, we're always looking for more people that we can highlight on the cover and highlight in the magazine. So when people join us on IndustryBuzz3Zs.com, they can find out how they can submit their articles, for the magazine as well. So we're always doing something, especially gearing up for our 5th-year anniversary. We're doing things that are going to really just enhance people's experience with media, and help other people just join together, really join together.
Okay, very good, very good. So now that you've said it's your 5th anniversary, where do you see yourself in
Yeah.
the next 5 years for your 10th anniversary?
In our 10th anniversary, I see ourselves, well, right now, we do actually go all over the world. So I see ourselves having an office, in every corner of the world where we're able to, right now, Industry Buzz, you've been translated into different languages as well. So not only do it speak English, it also speaks Portuguese, French, Japanese, and it has other languages as well that are highlighted on the site. So we're looking to be able to be fully vital, where anybody that joins us, they'll be able to, really have a nice experience on the site, and just really just continue to just enhance our products and services that we're providing for people. And it's free, so there's really no excuse to show up for inspirational media. So we're looking forward to keeping that, available for people, where they can be able to expand, connect and stabilize their target audience, no matter what race, color, gender they are. They'll be able to do it right there on IndustryBuzz3Zs.com.
Okay. Well, for my final question, I see a lot of success coming out of you right now, and it all started. All successful things start with an idea and getting that idea out. And I know you give a lot of inspiration to a lot of people. What final message can you give to anyone who's trying to get from point A to to something successful like you have it now?
Man, I still feel like we have so much more work to do, but my apostle, I have Apostle Jesse Lane, and the Raymond Word of Life Church and Ministry Center. He always says, keep God as the focus, use the word as application, and everything will line up. So what I've learned is to keep moving. He always said that keep moving, keep God as the focus, use the word as application, and everything will line up. So when you have a vision, when you have a goal, when you see something that you want to do, you got to keep moving. Keep God as the focus, keep Him in the beginning, the middle, and the end, and everything will line up. It may not always come out the way that you want it to come out, but guess what? It will line up. If you just believe in what you know that God has called you to do, don't try to be like nobody else. Don't ever think that you can be like anybody else. Just be the unique you that you are. With the tagline on our magazine, for Buzzing Off magazine, it says, be bold, be fearless, but be you. You know, so always be true to yourself. Don't compromise for nobody else. Don't compromise for a story. You know, if it's not time, it's just not time. You know, so always be sensitive to the vision that God has given you. And don't take it for granted. You know, don't just assume that, oh, okay, He gave it to me, so you know, I just got it all together. No, you don't have it all together. There's some molding and making in the process that you have in order for you to keep it together. You know, so just don't lose focus, you know, and definitely, you know, with me, I had to stay prayed up.
I know
I'm
that's
always
real.
praying, like, God, what is it that you have called for me to do? You know, because with this, it comes a great sacrifice. You know, I have a family. You know, and I'm an entrepreneur, you know, so it's definitely a sacrifice. So you have to be able to understand it, even when people are not advertising, even when people are not talking about you. You know, are you going to keep doing what you have been called to do? Are you going to fulfill the purpose? Or are you going to give up? You know, so I say don't abort the vision. You know, keep God as the focus, keep going. You know, and don't let nothing stop you from fulfilling, you know, the destiny and the plan that He has for your life. That's what I would say at the end of the day.
I'm standing right here at the dinosaur exhibit with one of the animatronic dinosaurs here at the Science Center. I'm glad you guys have enjoyed the Authors Corner with HD Campbell. Stand by next week when I have 3 new authors coming up. Thank you. Let your writing fuel your spirit, and God bless.